Hi, I'm Jim, and I was retired. Did you know that the annual enrollment period each fall is not the best time to shop for your Medigap supplemental coverage? In this video, I'll explain that if you are Medigap shopping, you should ignore the TV ads this fall. Stay tuned. Now, most of the advertising this fall will be for Medicare Advantage plans. And that's an insurance company plan that combines parts A and B and maybe adds part D and calls it a part C. And I've covered 4 disadvantages to Medicare Advantage plans here in this video. I'm going to continue my DIY Retiree's Guide for those of you younger than I am who may be getting ready for Medicare in 2025. And I'm focusing on original Medicare with a Medicare Supplemental or Medigap plan. The best time to shop for a Medigap plan is your own open enrollment period within the first 6 months after you first enroll in Medicare. You must have Part B and be 65 or older to shop for a Medigap plan. During open enrollment, insurers must offer you a Medigap policy without medical underwriting, and they cannot deny pre-existing conditions. After this 6 months is over, though, you may need to go through medical underwriting to switch Medigap plans or insurers. So pick your best Medigap plan in that first 6 months. As Medicare and You booklet explains, the best time to buy a Medigap policy is during your Medigap open enrollment period. After this enrollment period, you may not be able to buy a Medigap policy, or it may cost more. In certain circumstances, you may have rights to buy a Medigap policy, guaranteed issue rights, outside of your Medigap open enrollment period. And note this second bullet here. If you delay signing up for Part B because you have a group health coverage based on your or your spouse's current employment, your Medigap open enrollment period won't start until you sign up for Part B. Now, one viewer asked me specifically about this situation in a recent comment. Medigap policies are standardized by law and known by these letters. Medigap insurers must offer at least one of the standardized policies, and they are free to select how many other plans they want to offer in a state and how much they want to charge with the approval of state regulators. Now, I've grayed out plans C and F since they are no longer offered to those turning 65 after 2020. Some of these choices have very limited coverages, so most people look at plans G and plan N. Mark Farah Associates recently reviewed enrollments for 2023 and found that Plan G surpassed Plan F as the most popular plan. Plan G had nearly 5.3 million members in 2023, or about 38.8%. Plan F, which had been the richest benefit plan, which is no longer offered to new enrollees, had 4.9 million, or 36% of the Medicare enrollees in 2023. Plan N accounts for about 10% of the pie. And note, in their market study, they lumped Plan N and M together. Very few people have Plan M. Plan N makes up nearly all of that 10.1% slice. Hey, before I go any further, will you please like and subscribe to this channel? Hit that bell notification too if you like entertaining ideas from a DIY retiree. It'll help this channel appear higher in the YouTube search algorithm. Now, another resource that I've looked at is Telos Actuarial, and they publish these numbers. It found that Plan G continues to be the most popular plan for new enrollees. It also looked at like the last 5 years and saw that over 60% of issued policies have been Plan G. Plan N is now the second most popular plan. It's been growing steadily, and you can see that Plan F is declining. Telos also found out that for those age 66 and older, setting aside the folks that are 65 and go through open enrollment, for those 66 and older, underwritten Plan G policies accounted for more than 50% of the policies issued in 2024. Open enrollment Plan G policies were in second place. Now, those are likely people who used an open enrollment period after the age of 65, perhaps coming off an employer-sponsored plan. And note that Plan N underwritten cases outnumbered open enrollment cases by a 2-to-1 ratio in 2024. So again, changing plans to Plan N with underwriting happens twice as often as open enrollment Plan N. Now, it's been 3 years since I selected my Medigap coverage, a Plan N from Mutual of Omaha. It's guaranteed renewable each year. It cannot be canceled on me, and the coverage doesn't change. But since it is an attained age policy, premiums will rise as I age. If I want to shop around, though, I can do so at any time of the year, but I'll need to go through medical underwriting to switch insurers. Those numbers from Telos suggest that unless you have a serious health issue, underwriting might happen more often than you think. If you live in one of 8 states that have a birthday rule, you might have the ability to avoid medical underwriting and shop once a year on your birthday. These states include California, Idaho, Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Oregon. Now, the rules vary as this chart, and I have a link to this chart below. The rules vary by state, so if you live in one of these states, learn your rules. If you're getting ready for Medicare, making your best choice in your open enrollment period is still the best option. So let's quickly review the differences between Plan G and Plan N. Plan G offers the broadest set of benefits for new enrollees. It covers everything but the Part B deductible. In fact, Plans C and F, which used to cover the Part B deductible, were phased out because Congress wanted everyone to have skin in the game. So Plan G is now the most comprehensive and most popular and the most expensive plan in most markets. Here in New Jersey, premiums start at $155 a month for a 65-year-old male. Plan N covers everything that Plan G covers except the Part B excess charges, and it uses modest copays of up to $20 for an office visit and up to $50 for the emergency room visit. In exchange, premiums start in New Jersey here at $111 for that 65-year-old male. It's about $40 less. Some are scared off by this excess charges. Plan N will not pay excess charges. But Medicare.gov offers a very easy way to ensure that your doctors accept Medicare assignment and agree not to bill excess charges. Also, Kaiser Family Foundation reports that only about 1% of the doctor claims have doctors opting out of Medicare assignment. I think it's a lot less to worry about than you might think. So the big difference between Plans G and Plan N are these modest copays. And unless you see a doctor several times a month, Plan N premium savings will make up for a better buy over the course of a year. Now, I've crunched the numbers on this in this video here, comparing Plan G and Plan M after my first 2 years. And it's my most popular video right now. You may want help getting enrolled in a Medigap policy and picking the right one. You can use a federally funded program in each state called the State Health Insurance Assistance Program, or SHIP. Now, these SHIP counselors will talk to you in person or over the phone and provide some unbiased information about your options, but they cannot help you sign up for an individual company, and they can't steer you from one company to another. The other option is to do some homework yourself and then go search for an insurance agent or broker to help you. Now, a captive agent, if you call a company switchboard, you're going to be steered towards a captive agent, and they only represent one company. Brokers and independent agents represent more than one company. Now, I covered this in detail in this video here a few years ago, including weighing whether to go with a local agent or a national Medicare broker. And I'll put some links below to some more recent articles on helping you weigh your Medigap options and how to find the best agent or broker to assist. For the record, I use Boomer Benefits, a national Medicare specialist that serves nearly all states. I liked the offer of after-sales customer service in case I run into any Medicare billing issues. So far, I haven't needed to use this level of service. But another reason I selected a national broker is that what happens if I move to another state and need to shop around for the best Medigap policy when I change states? Insurance companies that offer Medicare Advantage plans and Part D prescription drug plans are free to change the terms of their contracts each year during the annual enrollment period. They can change the drugs that are covered for a Part D plan, for instance, or the providers in their networks for a Medicare Advantage plan, and the added benefits like vision, dental, and fitness programs. All of those are options that are written into their insurance contract. And that's why we will endure that coming TV blitz for the next few months. If you go with Original Medicare and a Medigap policy, you can ignore most of those ads. I will conclude with my standard warning. I am not a professional planner or an insurance agent. I have no initials after my name, so take these as entertaining ideas from one educated consumer to another. Always do your own due diligence and seek out a professional if you need one. See ya.